clarity in mixing. So we've been talking about developing a professional ear and the importance of having good speakers and good headphones to listen on. And one of the things that I was trying to point out was that there's clarity in mixing in every aspect of mixing. And this is one of the things that took me a while to figure out, because my basis for how music was supposed to sound was based on hearing stuff on the radio, hearing stuff on cassette tape, and hearing music through not that great of speakers and not that great of headphones, and sometimes in mono and such. And so I started mixing to that kind of standard, and it wasn't until I progressed further and was able to spend more time listening on good speakers to hear that there is clarity in all mixing. So what I've done here is I've taken this mix. Now this is a mix that we used in the audio recording and production tutorial, and I've taken and I've done some processing to one version of it, the one on the left here. It says the title here is Radio and Bad Speakers. And so what this does is it's emulating what happens when you're listening to music over the radio and on bad speakers. And so then there is the full quality version here. And so really, to make this movie work, you need to have some good speakers or good headphones that you're listening on. If your speakers or headphones are not that great and they're what we're talking about, then it's not going to sound that much different. So we need you to get some good headphones and speakers to listen on to make this whole tutorial really worthwhile. So let's have a listen here to the radio quality and bad speakers. Okay, so that seems like it sounds okay. Well, let's listen to the Pro Quality version. Notice the panning, how much wider it is, and notice the clarity and the differentiation between the instruments and such. So what we're going to do now is we're going to kind of go back and forth throughout the song. Pro Quality version. Bad speakers. So let's listen to a little lower volume and you should be able to hear differences as well. Notice how the mid-range is the big kind of culprit of a lot of the stuff. There's a lot of distortion and pushing that happens when you're pushing through these poorer quality speakers and such. But yeah, I mean, the difference between these is it's subtle, but just imagine if your reference for how mixes should sound was this. Or this. And it is that clear version, that version with more clarity, that should be your reference for mixing. And if you can have the opportunity to listen on good speakers in a good acoustic environment or good headphones, you can hear that clarity and you can use that to develop your professional ear too. And you can find and hear the clarity in mixing.